Hi, Shar. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I want to, introduce myself and let you know, who I am and try to get to know you as well as our first initial session. Um, I'm a therapist that's very familiar with people with addiction disorders who have issues with like trauma, depression, anything like that. That's pretty much what I have my experience and I have a background in that. So I've done this for about 10, 15 years. So, talk a little about myself. So I'm trying to get to know you. Do you know why you entered or come to me for seek treatment?
I'm on probation. I'm being forced to be here.
Okay. And who's forcing you to be here?
The state.
Okay. And what caused you to be on probation?
Stealing.
Okay.
Shoplifting.
Okay. Is there any other issues that you're currently dealing with outside of being on probation?
They say I'm on drugs.
Okay. Are you using any drugs? Any illegal substances like heroin, crack cocaine, alcohol? It's not necessarily legal, illegal, but anything that's like street substance, anything like that that you're using.
Occasionally.
Okay. What's your drug of choice?
Heroin.
Okay. And how long you've been using?
Since I was 15.
Okay, so that's a really long time that you've been using. Have you had any periods where you were able to stay clean?
No. You're an addiction therapist. You should know it's hard to stay clean.
I do understand that, but I'm just seeing is there any moments in all of the years that since 15 have you had a moment where you were clean?
No. I don't want to be clean.
Okay. So, um, do you have any family, friends, anybody that really that you look up to or that you're close to that maybe wants to see you be clean and not, be on probation?
A lot of people. A lot of
Okay.
family.
And who is your most influential person in your life?
Mm, my grandmother.
Okay. And how would she feel to know that you're, still currently using and also on probation?
She'll be disappointed.
Okay.
She's dead.
Okay. Um, do you talk to her? Like I understand you're saying that she'd be disappointed, but she's deceased. So in what way is she impacting your life about you being, using drugs and being on probation?
She's the only person that ever believed in me.
Okay. So what was the reason why you seeked out drugs? Was it because of her passing away? Was there any issues that you were having that young?
No. Just young and bored.
Okay. Okay. I understand. I
And then
know.
it didn't start with heroin.
Okay. So what was your first drug of choice? What were you using first?
Pills.
Okay. All right. Were there someone else's prescription pills or was it like family members or somebody just gave you?
I was a cheerleader.
Okay. And you were using drugs from there?
Oh yeah, I had an injury.
Okay. And that's why you
Yeah.
started using?
hmm
Okay. And then when did you start to get into heroin? Who helped you or what led you to heroin?
When I couldn't get the pills anymore,
Okay.
pain management took me off.
Okay.
But I was already addicted.
Okay.
Then I started seeking
Okay.
something else. It's cheaper.
Right. I do understand, you know, the impact of drugs and how sometimes it helps to not deal with other issues in your life and stuff like that. So we're just trying, I like that you're talking to me and that you're being open about what's going on with you. And hopefully, with you remaining to be open, we can start to learn more about each other and learn how we can do to try to help you with things that may be bothering you. Do you see any strengths in you right at this point? No.
No.
Okay.
What's to be proud about a drug addict
I
on
understand.
probation?
Right. I mean, if you continue to do right and not continue to use because I understand.
That's not really doing right. Being forced to do right.
Well, not necessarily. It's about right and wrong at this point and trying to figure out what's important to you. Is your health and your well-being and going back to jail, is that more important than dealing with your issue? I mean, having more problematic issues going on with, you can eventually your lungs and your organs can fail, and if you're going back to jail, you can go back to like dealing with a lot of violent issues and stuff like that and confrontation. So being complying with the probation rules and guidelines, it can help you to not want to go back to jail again. So, and I understand from reading your file that if you continue to use, which is part of your probation, you have the possibility of going back. How do you feel if you violate that and have to go back?
I don't want to go back to jail.
I understand that. So,
it's hard in there.
Okay, I understand that. I've experienced, working with people in the
prison jail.
System. No, I'm not in jail, but I experienced working with residents and other clients who are in the prison system. So, but I, also want to see what strengths or what you're willing to work on so you won't go back to jail.
I really would like to get a job.
Okay. But you have to understand, in order to get a job, some jobs do, your analysis where they, want to see if you're not doing any illegal substances and stuff like that. Are you willing to take a shot and possibly going into drug and alcohol treatment?
No.
Because I do have a referral for a program that's, you can possibly go to regarding your substance abuse use. And with that can probably help with you not going back to jail.
Do they help with jobs?
They do. It's a social service agency that has a variety of different services for residents who's experiencing drug and alcohol. So they also help with job placement, workforce ready, which is for those who are never ever been in the workforce. They help you with trying to go back to school. They help you with job training and resume building. So they try to work on the strength that you have. If you ever had any job skills, they'll help you to build those interviewing skills and stuff like that. So
I'm interested in that.
Okay, so it's actually a substance abuse treatment center. So it's a possibility you'll be there for a period of 30 days to 90 days. And it's a holistic type of facility where you can learn
Who's to work with. Who's going to pay for that? I don't have any money.
We're not going to worry about that right now. We're going to see what benefits you are able to, which you're able to afford. We can try to work on other social agencies that may be able to help you with trying to pay for this agency. But I want to make that least of your worries right now because I know you're going through a lot. And with you being actively using, it's not going to help our situation. So we're going to try to, deal with the bigger things first and try to eliminate that so we don't have to worry about so much stuff at one time. I also wanted to see maybe, staying in good graces with your probation officer and let them know that you are.
I hate him.
Okay. And maybe we can try to figure out ways to deal with it. I understand that, you have disdain for probation. Maybe we can just work on see what we can do to tolerate it.
You like you're not even nothing.
I understand that. We don't want to have you be treated like that here as well. So, maybe we can talk ways of changing your demeanor or your language with your probation officer, so they'll know that you are there to try to change. You don't want to go back. So let's try to work towards that, and maybe going to the treatment center. The treatment center may be able to help you to deal with probation as well, and your probation officer may be happy with the fact that you're finally getting into treatment. So, is that something you can probably work on? Going to treatment.
I guess so.
Okay. I think in future sessions you'll be able to understand, the reason why I refer you to this program. And also, I'll be there. I'll be doing my sessions there with you. So you don't have to worry. I'll be there holding your hand or necessarily just talking to you through your issues. And, if it's okay, I can talk to the therapist and the group members that you have there at the session. Is that okay?
That sounds okay.
So do you feel well or good enough to come back to future sessions with me?
Well, I have to, don't I?
Well, you don't necessarily have to, but just want to make sure that you're comfortable with sitting with me and talking about, what's going on in your life.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll see where things go, and I'll see you next session. Is that okay?
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.